Welcome everyone. Today we're going to go ahead and cover pretty much how to use quotit. Real simple online quoting system that we use to give customers an accurate quote on pricing of different plans. In order to give them accurate pricing and a quote, we'll need to get their basic information, which we'll get from different leads and different sources to make sure we can get them the right prices of plans within their zip code in their area. So first we'll have here just some basic information. The most important is the customer's name and phone number. Then you'll have the address, the city, state, and zip, which is Corona, California 92881. Alright, and as you scroll down below, you'll have the male, the gender, height 5'8", 185 pounds, date of birth, of course the age. So that's what we'll plug into the system to make sure we can get them an accurate quote. Alright, so I'll go ahead and minimize this and put in that zip code. A little bit different from what it was there, but not really important at this point. This is just the example. And for now, I just put in a generic email address. California is the state. 30 years old, or you can put in the date of birth. Not a tobacco user. Full-time student, no. So we won't check any of those. We'll just hit continue. Alright, so the first two plans come up will be the cheapest ones. As you can see, the price on this side here. Anthem is the name of the provider. As you scroll down, the prices do increase for the different medical benefits and plans. As you pay more in medical benefits, usually the better the benefit. Okay, depending on the monthly price. So that gives you kind of an idea of how you can compare what a customer's budget is, so you can really give them an accurate quoting. However, most of the time these customers will already be on the website while you're going over these plans with them, so it will be of a benefit to be exactly where they're at, so you can really point them to the right plan. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to go ahead and select the first one and the second plan, and we're going to go ahead and hit compare. So what's going to pop up is the two plans I selected. Both of them are Anthem of California. As you will see here, there's a plan for $51 and there's a plan for $54. One is cheaper than the other, obviously, but one has better benefits than the other plan. It just kind of really depends on the customer's, what they kind of desire, what they want in a medical plan. This one has a $5,000 deductible for the individual, $10,000 for the family. What that means is simply the first thing you have to pay if something major happened is your deductible. If you had a family of 2 or more, even if you had 10 people in your family, the most you'll have to pay is $10,000 in the deductible. If you guys were like in a big accident, in a big van or a big car accident, the whole family got injured, the deductible will only be $10,000. For one person, $5,000. Okay, that's for your deductible. That's only once per year, so it's annual deductible. This plan over here is $10,000 or $20,000, so it's a little bit more expensive. So you guys can kind of get a feel for that. One is in network, one is out of network. And in network is just within a large database of doctors and hospitals that you can choose from. Out of network means those doctors and those hospitals you choose does not really get covered very strongly from the health insurance company. So it's best to go in your network of doctors, so that way you're not going to be having to be paying a lot out of the pocket or a lot of money for your medical benefits. So please stay within your network. Alright, so the next thing we'll cover is the annual out-of-pocket limit. As you can see, the most you'll ever have to pay for medical expenses is $8,500 for one person, or $17,000 for the entire family. That's in network. This one here, as you can see, $10,000 and $20,000. Out of network, that's your cost. This is your cost here. Alright. Lifetime maximum is the limited amount that the insurance company will pay, even if you had like chronic illness like cancer, Um, the insurance company will pay unlimited amount of benefits even if you had a bill of $5 million. The insurance company will keep continuing to offer you services and care. So you're covered there. It'll constantly pay your medical bills and expenses. Office visits. As you can see, this first one here, $40 for the first 2 visits, and then 100% of the negotiated fee. What that just pretty much means is your first 2 doctor visits is $40, self-explanatory there. However, after you expired your first 2 visits, you used your first 2 visits, you will have to pay 100% of whatever the negotiated fee is between the doctor and the medical insurance company. So usually the negotiated fee is anywhere between 20 to 40%, and usually the doctor visit is about $100. So if you wanted to go see the doctor after those first 2 visits, you may have to pay 20 or 40% of whatever that doctor visit normally is. And a normal doctor visit, like I mentioned, is just about $100. So you know, you may be left with a pretty decent bill. For example, with a 20 or 40% discount on that bill, which is the negotiated fee, you'll go to the doctor and have to pay like $80 per visit. Or even if it was a 40% negotiated fee, you may have to pay 60% of that doctor visit. And a doctor visit usually is $100, so you may be left with a $60 doctor visit. Okay, it's very important you guys understand that. This one here, no charge for doctor visits. However, you must meet the deductible first. That deductible is pretty big, $10,000. I don't think it's worth paying $10,000 to go see your doctor, and especially when a doctor visit is only $100. Here, $40. There, you probably have to pay $100. However, on this plan here, like I mentioned, you may get a 40% discount on the regular doctor visit. Alright, out of network, here it is, no charge after the deductible. Then you pay 50% after the out-of-pocket maximum is met if you go outside the network. Okay, so it's very important to stay within the network. Here, if you go outside the network, you'll just pay 30% of the doctor visit, but you must meet that deductible of $10,000 first. So kind of scary to have to pay $10,000 ahead of time. Medications, your prescription drugs. Tier 1, that's just your generic drugs. Alright, same for this plan here. You pay $15 per each generic drug you get. If you need brand, or if you need non-formulated, you'll pay $20 for brand name medication, which are those very expensive name brand drugs. However, you must meet the $7,500 deductible to get brand name drugs, so that's kind of expensive. As you guys can see, it's better just to go with generics. Alright. Laboratory and radiology, what that is, blood tests and your x-rays. 100% of the negotiated fee, then no charge after the out-of-pocket maximum is met. So you guys, as you know, once you meet this annual out-of-pocket maximums, you pay zero for everything. You don't pay anything. Okay. Your medical bills will be 100% paid for by the insurance company. Alright. Out-of-network coverage, same thing. Okay, you guys kind of understand this here. If you need to go for your annual checkup, which is your physical exam, no charge. No charge. As you can see, out of network. Annual OBGYN, no charge. No charge. That's for your gynecologist visits. That's for the women. You need to go to the gynecologist. There's no charge there. Well, baby care. That's for the baby's immunization shots. No charge. So no charge there. Okay, that's good for the baby. Outpatient surgery, as we discussed. If you get a big medical bill, okay, you will have to pay 40% co-insurance. However, you only pay 40% of that surgery bill until you hit your annual out-of-pocket limit. Once you hit your annual out-of-pocket limit, you pay zero. Okay, so let's go back down here at 40%. Alright, this one here just says no charge after you meet the deductible. And that just tells me the co-insurance is 0%. Because once you pay that $10,000, that's all you have to pay, and your medical expenses will be completely paid for. As you can see, no charge after deductible. Out of network, a little bit complicated, but all charges except 380 day after the deductible. Here you pay 30% if you go outside the network, so stay within your network, please. Emergency room, as you can see here, for the ER is $100 to go to the ER. That's what you have to pay. However, you must pay 40% if you are admitted to the hospital, which means you'll be staying overnight. So whatever that bill may come to, and those overnight bills are like $20,000 to stay overnight in the hospital. So you have to pay 40% of that $20,000 medical bill if you are admitted, which can be kind of pricey. Good thing you'll have your out-of-pocket limit to cover you, so your bills don't get too high. But again, please bear in mind that try to stay away from the ER if you have to. Obviously, you don't have any control if you need to, so please do go if it's necessary. Here, no charge after the deductible, because once you pay that $10,000, as we spoke about, everything is free. All right, so ambulance, just see the brochure about that. Home health care, most likely that's not covered. Mental health, most of that stuff ain't covered. Chiropractor, inpatient hospital, same like outpatient, not much difference there. Well, that pretty much concludes everything. Just give you kind of a basic idea of how these quotes and these plans are worked. You guys can see the brochure to get more details of that. However, for the customer, you really want them to see this plan. You'll simply highlight this, copy, paste, and you'll go to the email where you can email them what you just discussed. So what I'll do is I'll put in, I don't know, let's put in Robert at yahoo.com, because we spoke to a Robert, and we'll see per our conversation. This really does allow them to get a feel that they have spoken to you, and then you just simply copy and paste the link that you got from here. Excuse me. You'll simply copy and paste this link into the email. So it's a real simple process. You paste the link here, and then you hit send, and the email gets sent. Alright, so that's pretty much concludes how quotit works. If you guys have any questions or any thing about this, I'll send you my email and my contact through Skype, and we can go over anything you guys may have missed on this. Play around with this some more so you can get a kind of understanding and a feel for the most important elements of the quoting system, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And well, as you continue practicing this, it gets a little bit more easier, quicker, and faster for you guys to really get a good feel of everything. All right, I want to thank you guys for taking the time out, and I wish you the best luck.